everyone, welcome to my first ever YouTube video and welcome to my channel. My name is Rose Gold Blunt. I'm super excited to be doing this today. I've always kind of wanted to sit down and make a YouTube video, so this was my first time really being able to. I've been doing makeup since I was in high school. So to be able just to do all this and just to share it with people is really exciting and a whole new first step for me. Today I am going to be giving y'all a makeup tutorial only using e.l.f. products. e.l.f. has literally been knocking it out of the ballpark with all their new products. And I'm such a stan. You can ask any of my queen friends who I talk to. I'm like, oh, well, you don't have any of this. Have you tried this? I'm so on board for what e.l.f. is doing. Everything I have on here is e.l.f. except for two things, which is a moisturizer and my translucent powder. Everything else is from the foundation to the concealer to the lip gloss to the lipsticks. Everywhere you look, there's e.l.f., which I'm really excited about, especially during quarantine. I know how hard it's been, given that none of us have jobs right now, and our government surely ain't doing anything about it. So I wanted to do a makeup tutorial to show you first how I do my makeup, and second, to show you that you don't have to break the bank to get all dolled up now. Especially because you're at home. You don't want to be wasting $85 on a foundation or a primer or mascara just to wet sit. I've always gotten asked show me how you do your makeup, what do you do this, what items do you use here, and today I'm going to show you a good majority of these items I'm using today are already in my drag makeup bag. Again, I don't think you need to break the bank to look stunting. And I'm super excited to get into everything I have out and just show you how I go from this to this. Just keep watching. So we're going to jump into it. The first product I'm going to be using is just a soap brow, and I'm going to be pushing my hairs up into place and then just smoothing them out along the top just to create the beginning of my brow. Now I'm going in with the 16-Hour Camo Concealer in the shade Fair Beige, and this is just going to help me define my new brow bone. I really love this concealer. It dries matte and it also dries fairly quickly, not too quickly where you can't blend it, but just quickly enough to where it sets really nicely. Now I'm going to build the brow starting with the e.l.f. Brow Pomade, and this really reminded me of the Anastasia Beverly Hills pomade. It dried quickly, it's super pigmented, and it's really nice and blendable. The way I start doing my brow is I draw the tops of my brows on since I already have the highlight of where the bottom of the brow is, and then I kind of just fill them in from the back going to the front. Going in with that same camo concealer, I'm going to use it as an eyeshadow primer and just going to set it with some translucent powder. Now this bad boy is only $3 and it is e.l.f.'s Bite Size Eyeshadow Palette. It comes with 4 colors, 3 mattes, 1 shimmer. We have a matte black, which is nice because I don't like a too pigmented black because it's nice and buildable. It comes with a beautiful chocolate brown that has more of kind of a reddy orangey undertone, which I love. And then a nice chocolate milk kind of brown. And this shimmer, look at that. Bam! $3! Can you believe? Now I'm going in with that same chocolate milk color, and I'm going to take it on the outer corner of my eye and blend it inwards toward the inner corner. I am going above my eyelid to create a new shape, and this is going to be my transition color for where I'm going to start defining everything. Now I'm going to take this beautiful dark brown, and I am going to start sketching out where I want my new lid to officially be. Going back and forth with my crease color and my transition color just to blend it out really nicely. I want it to be super seamless, so I go back and forth quite a few times just to make sure the blending is on point. Then go in with a Q-tip and some makeup remover and a makeup wipe just to clean up your new lid space and define your new cut crease. Now going in with a makeup wipe, I'm just mop away all the excess eyeshadow that fell off and just toss that out to the side. Now going in with that same camo concealer, I'm going to prime my lid and setting it with a translucent powder, followed by using a packing brush and just packing on the shimmer. It went on super nicely. Now of course I had to add some extra sparkle, so I went ahead and grabbed one of their liquid eyeshadow glitters in the shade Disco Queen. I'm the Drama Queen. But it did have really beautiful iridescent glitters in it, and I did apply a few coats to my lid, and the thing I loved about this is that throughout the day, it didn't crack like most eyeshadows do. This is my all-time favorite eyeliner. I've been using it since I was in college. It's super dark, super cheap, and with that little brush, you can just get such the precise little lines. I am going to be showing you some different eyeliners that they do have to offer. This is their waterproof eyeliner, It is nice, super precise. Again, you can get super in there, but it's not as dark as I want it to be. I would probably end up having to set this with a black eyeshadow. And the next one we were going in with is the Intense Ink. Y'all, there was nothing intense about this. This is like literally the one product that was a little like wait for me just because of how light it was. If that's your thing, cool, but as you can tell, that dark liner up there, oof. And to top it off, I'm going to be using their waterproof black eyeliner pencil. You did see it break, but the thing is, it's super creamy. I just think, I don't know, I've noticed this with a few of their pencil products that I think the tips just dry out, but other than that, they're really creamy and it worked really well, so I'm not mad at it, and it is dark. So I chose to go in with my liquid liner just to go ahead and wing my eye out. I'm going to copy and repeat all the steps I just did now to my other eye and clean up the tops of my brows and the bottoms with a makeup wipe. Now going in with my daily moisturizing lotion from CeraVe, I'm going to go ahead and moisturize the face, followed by locking all that in with some setting powder and e.l.f.'s Stay All Night Microfine Setting Mist. This is just going to create a creaseless base. Following this step, we're going to take the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. You can obviously tell I've used mine a few times. And y'all, this is such a great primer. It fills in all the fine lines and imperfections and leaves your skin looking like marble. Following that up, I'm going to use a hydrating priming mist just to melt that original primer down. Following that, I'm going to be using the Flawless Satin Foundation in the color Buff, and I'm going to go ahead and apply that evenly all over my face. This is a medium coverage foundation, and I need full coverage, so I did layer this on quite a bit for the maximum coverage that I wanted. And when that really wasn't working for me, I went in with the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer in Medium Sand, and I went ahead and applied this all over the face and buffed it in with a makeup sponge. Now for contouring, I am going to be using the same Hydrating Camo Concealer, but this time I'm going to be using the shade Tan Walnut, and I'm going to go ahead and now sculpt out the new features that I want to be presenting along my cheeks, my jawline, and my forehead. Using a clean beauty blender, I'm going to go ahead and buff all those lines out, buffing up and down in the same area, and then to really buff them fully together, I'm going to use the same beauty blender I use to buff out my foundation. Now going back in with that same 16-hour Hydro Camo Concealer in this shade Fair Beige, I am going to go ahead and highlight the area of my face. So under eyes, nose, upper lip, chin, and I'm going to buff that out using the Camo Concealer Sponge. The sponge is really awesome. It's super narrow, so it can get in all those little tiny crevices, and it's super spongy, but it not in like a way where it absorbs all the product. And to melt all the face together seamlessly, I'm going to be using the beauty blender that I used for my foundation color and just bounce that all over my face. Now I'm going to use some setting powder and just going to set in all the areas that I highlighted and all the areas that I want defined. Now to go in with contouring, I'm going to be using the Natural Glow Face Palette and just the contoured palette in the shade range Light. I'm going to start off by using the bronzer in the Natural Glow Face Palette just to define all of my contouring, all my bigger spaced areas because it is more of a light brown. Then going in using a clean makeup brush just to buff everything out. Taking my fan brush, I'm going to be going in with both the contour shades and just buffing them back and forth to define the smaller areas to where I really want to show like a new representation of where my bone is going to be. Then going back in with that clean makeup brush and just buffing everything out. Using a dry beauty blender, I'm going to take a little combo I made using the highlighter from the contour palette and my translucent powder just to highlight underneath my cheeks and my new center of my face. To contour my nose, I'm going to be using the same bronzer from the Natural Glow Face Palette and just blending that up into my eyeshadow. And to really define this area, I'm going to be using that same translucent highlighting combo and just going along the sides of my nose and up and down the center, really just pinching the tip. Just the tip. And just to really all blend it together, I'm going to be using the Microfine Setting Mist and spraying that all over my face. But before it go ahead and dries all down, I'm going to be taking this e.l.f. highlighter, and it's this lovely white gold color. This would look good on any complexion, just like look at that. And I'm going to be taking this, and while my foundation is still kind of wet, I'm going to be buffing it into my eyebrows and my cheek area. Look how blinding that is. Oh! soaking wet. I'm also going to be applying this to the tip of my nose, the bridge, and my chin. Using a blush brush, I'm going in between both of the blush colors in the Natural Glow face palette and just applying that over the highlight and contour just to blend everything and make it very seamless. Using e.l.f.'s eyeliner pen in the shade Coffee, I'm going to use this to do nice little brush strokes throughout my eyebrow to create nice little hairs. I've been using this product for a while now and it has never disappointed. It's super easy, super precise, and it doesn't smudge, which is always a pro, especially when you're sweating in this nasty heat wave we're having right now. Okay, now to start off on my lips, I'm going to be using some of these lip pencils from the Retro Paradise line. There are 4 different colors in this little combo pack, and you also get a gloss. The colors are super creamy, but like I said earlier, I do feel like the tips oxidize, where they kind of just dry up, but the product underneath them works really well. So once you either shave them down or go ahead and just kind of blend them out, again, you will get a nice payoff. You see it dried out, I sharpened it, boom, nice and creamy finish. Now I am going in with that darker shade to outline and create the new shape of where my new upper and lower lip are going to be. Once I'm done with this, I will proceed by filling them in with these beautiful satin lipsticks. These lipsticks are so creamy. The 2 colors I got were Cider and Nectar. Cider is a more terracotta color and Nectar is more of a, I don't know, it's a nude. They're nudes, y'all. They're really creamy. Super, like, look at that pigment. Look at that payoff. Ugh. And last but not least, I am going to be going in with one of my newer favorite products from all this, which is the waterproof mascara. It's super thickening. Like, watch when I do my bottom lashes, like, look how defined they are. And I'm pretty far away from the camera, so just to see that from this far away, I was really impressed. Okay. Now that I'm done with my mascara, I am gonna go ahead and do my lashes off camera, and I'm gonna go ahead and do wig and like just like a little outfit change. I'll be right back. So I'm back, and oh my god, y'all, I'm living for how stunning I look right now. This is also the last thing I forgot to do, which was put on my gloss. So pretty. It has some iridescent shimmering to it. I have it on right now, and you can see those little iridescent frecks in it. Ooh. Y'all, e.l.f. done did what needed to be done, because right now I easily could go out and perform in this and, you know, see a sugar daddy or 2. But literally, like, you can't tell me I'm not a woman right now. So guys, if you are a drag queen and you're on a budget, or you're just a woman who likes to play with makeup, like, e.l.f. has killed it. As you can obviously tell, like, their products are great, blendable, cruelty-free, which is like amazing, and I just feel so beautiful right now. Drugstore is sometimes the way to go, and I mean, look how beautiful I look. Like, who would say no to this phase? I'm really excited to see what e.l.f. comes out with in the future. I heard they're doing some skincare with Alicia Keys, so that's on the hush hush, so you didn't hear that from me. And the quality, like, I did not find anything that I really was just like, don't get that, or like, this is gonna be hard to work out. Like, I loved it all. And next time you're at the grocery store and during quarantine and you just need to pick up a few things, pick up some e.l.f. makeup. You will not be mad, you'll be happy, because you'll be like, oh my god, I got something new, but I didn't break the bank for it. I hope y'all really liked today's video. I had a lot of fun doing this, and I'm super excited to be sharing my knowledge of drag and makeup and hair and like home decor and DIY, and I can't wait to share it with y'all at home. And until next time, please hit that subscribe button, like this video, and follow me on Instagram. My name is Rose Gold Blunt. Thank you all for watching my video, and until next time, I'll see you then. Bye.